Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you wherever you are, LFC fans. Excellent. So enjoyable when you see things coming together and we start establishing the concept or the plan and the patterns of what the coach wants to do. Am I talking gibberish? Well, let's keep it simple. Excellent win yesterday, 2-0 against I think, a really competitive team under Emery, which is Aston Villa, 2-0. And once again, it seems like matches that we play, the results don't always match exactly what happens in the game, apart from maybe Leverkusen. And so you always have a polarization of views. I think with Slot's tenure so far, people are starting to understand and get used to the style of play that he wants, and also the fact that it's not so heavy metal, it's not so helter skelter. There's elements of control, and sometimes that element of control is frustrating for fans. Like when Kanate and Virgil hold the ball at the back, or Kelleher waiting for the attacker like Watkins to press before they engage. And then it just slows the pace of the game. For me, at times against Villa, it can work against us because I feel like for these players, they're getting used to it. And when you've gone from like hector scale or like in the game, look at the goal for Nunes, fantastic goal, goes wide of the keeper. I thought it's going to be another Nunes mistake, no goal, poor finishing, really great finish. But that was times in the game that we were really going for Villa. The pace, the passing was excellent. It was reminding me of that Klopp, but yet with that sort of cohesion and defensive element with Gravenberch and the defenders just keeping things together. But then at times, then we would just stop that and slow it right down to a snail's pace. And then it was almost like we then lost our rhythm. And then Villa would start coming back, and it wasn't a clear, dominated game. We had best possession, 62%, I think it was, more than Villa. We had more shots on goal, but Villa had some good chances. Keller had saved two great headers, point blank, that could have went in. And then there was a chance where I feel there's a foul on Konate in the second half, where they were then through, and I think Watkins just misses or kicks it wide. But I think it should have been a free kick anyway, to be honest with you. But they were in the game. Villa were a threat in the game, and at times I felt because we didn't keep going with that pace, but we've got to get used to it. This is what Slot wants. He wants this place to understand what he wants. Starting line-up, Kelleher, excellent. Had to start talking about this guy. What is the plan? I mean, boy, he's a number one. I mean, those two saves were world-class saves. Come on. This guy, and he's exudes confidence, apart from just one mistake where he kind of went, this is after a few saves, and then he went for the ball, but then he left it, and then they could have scored. I think Digny came in, he could have scored, but they didn't, so, lucky. But generally, you don't see mistakes from him. It's very calm. Robertson left back, a better game from him. I did expect Simicast to start, but Robbo started, and I thought Robbo did okay. He did okay. I still feel he's showing signs of wear and tear, and the pace is gone, but he did okay. His experience showed. Virgil, El Capitano, just keeps on going. The best defender in the Premiership, and let's start talking about hopefully the best defender ever in the Premiership. Konate, this guy at the moment is on cheat mode. I'm sorry, he's playing against boys. He's a man. He is showing so much confidence. He's just bullying players. He bullied Watkins, and he bullied the next one that came on. He's a bully at the moment. That's how he's playing like. He is reminding me of Sol Campbell at his best. And Des Walker. Everyone remember Des Walker? At his best. That's what he's reminding me at the moment. Please don't shout at me if I'm going over the top, but I think we need to give this player flowers. And on right back, Trent came off injured. Trent had a good, decent game, but again, you see Trent better defensively. Better defensively, not giving the ball away so much this time, and coming into that midfield at the right times. And not leaving his side to expose, and we could see that this time. Unfortunately, it looks like he's had a hamstring injury, probably out for a couple of weeks. I doubt he'd go into international duty, but again, he played pretty well. Gravenberch, excellent. Jules won, they're passing, I think 91% possession, pass rate, 91% pass accuracy, on point. This guy has just been doing that job. Yes, in January we may go for someone as well, but he has been doing the assignment that's been given, and well done, Gravenberch. Probably at the moment heading for player of the season. If we look at consistency wise, he's one of the most consistent players in the Premiership. Just be honest, okay? Mac 10. Still concerns about Mac 10. Giving the ball away, take too long to pass the ball. Not his fluent self. He needs a bit of a rest. He did okay, but at times it was frustrating the first half, just giving that ball away, taking too long to pass it, misplaced passing, etc. But we have confidence in Mac 10. He just probably needs a break. And Jones, right? Jones again did really well. First half, maybe not as much. Second half really came into it a bit more as well before he came off for Szoboszlai. But we are seeing more consistent level in Jones at the moment, and long may that continue. Then obviously we had Diaz, Nunes, and Salah. And, we went against a Villa team who have been struggling of late, 3 games at a time on losing, and that became the 4th. And off the back of Man City dropping, Anfield was roaring. You could hear it through the bloody TV for us armchair fans. But you could see that it was opportunity. And sometimes we don't take this opportunity. We did. And we didn't look in doubt that we would. Didn't feel there was any doubt that we would actually achieve this time. I felt we would get those points. We are now 5 points ahead of City, 10 points ahead of Arsenal as against the game on Sunday against Chelsea. And really, Slot is not even happy. Slot is not happy. He's still talking. Slot is still talking about conversion. Slot is still talking about the players really getting to grips with what he wants of them. But he's a manager, and he's still talking about Nottingham Forest. He's still talking about, let's look at it. Liverpool have won 9 games, drawn 1, lost 1. Nottingham Forest, it is what it is. But just shows you consistency. If you can keep consistent, that's what wins you the Premiership. And at the moment, away from home, we're doing well. At home, Anfield now is starting to understand what Slot is doing. Fans who are one of the most educated, intellectually educated fans in football, who understand what the game is about, are starting to see what Slot wants when the players hold the ball for ages at defence, making the strikers come onto them to then create space. Yeah, it's not my cup of tea. It's not many people's cup of tea, but there's a purpose. And at the moment, it will just come together even better when the players really tune in and hone themselves to what is required. And when we see that, we will see, I think, pace just be changing in the game. I think we'll see that fast Klopp kind of pace, then we'll slow it down, then we'll go again, then we'll slow it down. And teams will not be able to live with it. They're trying to get a breather, and we're just changing the game pattern. We're changing the pace of the game. Whether it's that fast pace through the free kick, a corner that is against us, and then we break, as we did against Villa, where a couple of times we broke from the corners, attacking them like the Red Arrows. Or Virgil, Kelleher, Robbo, Konate, Virgil, Kelleher, Robbo, Konate, just moving that ball between them, slowing it right down. And then us going again with Salah getting that ball, Salah through near the end, holding the ball up, opportunity to pass it, doesn't, and finish it. Salah at the moment is really showing a mockery why he wasn't even in the top 30 for Ballon d'Or. And hopefully we can do a really good season. He will be in that reckoning, because you've got to recognise the quality. At his age, he's one of the fittest. I believe when the pre-season sessions was done, he was the fittest player in the Liverpool team. That tells you at his age, his passion, his commitment, his focus, his drive. Mr. Coots, who is the referee, I was not impressed, I'm sorry. Salah was getting fouled and he wasn't giving them fouls. And I don't understand what is going on referees at the moment with Salah, because he doesn't dive, I'm sorry. He stays on his feet as long as possible, with people grabbing him. His strength is unbelievable, and he doesn't get the free kicks. He's through on goal, he gets taken down, and then the referee's saying no foul. Come on, what's going on? Luckily that didn't matter, because Nunes finished it. But this is it's unacceptable, and it's got to stop, because you've got to protect the players, especially players who don't take the piss, and Salah doesn't. Moment off there, but Salah, Konate, Virgil, Kelleher, Diaz. Now Diaz was up and down, but one thing about Diaz, he works his socks off. There was one bit in the game where he ran back in the second half and he got in there defensively when they could go across. There was Gravenberch sliding in when Villa had an opportunity to score, and he slid into the box and he blocked it. Everyone understands assignment. Everyone is together. Whether you're playing or you're substitute, you know there's a need for you. Endo came on and Endo was fine. Endo fine, cleaned up, made sure the game was tidy. No issues. So he is giving everyone an opportunity, and everyone understands that they have a role. And long may it continue. Liverpool at the moment, top of the league, 5 points up against the monster that is Man City, and 10 points up at the moment against Arsenal. Let's continue it. Big games ahead. Madrid and City. And, slot will be tested even more in November. But well done. And it's going quite well. Excellent. Please like and subscribe and click on notifications. I would love to know what team you'd have started with, your opinions, who was your man of the match. I'm giving it to Salah. And, let me know what you feel about the slot experiment. And the slot machine just keeps cashing up. Take care.